So this is Gamer Dom, and welcome back to my garage. I have a question for you guys. Do you have a vehicle or two in your garage that is cursed, that you just cannot win in? Even in games where you should walk it, your team folds and dies and you lose. And even games where you scrape a win, you do nothing. And I mean nothing. So this is my latest one. I'm not going to say it's the only one, but this piece of artillery is a tier 9 Russian heavy artillery, the 212A, and it's I don't know what it is. The thing is, it is not actually any different from the tier 8 version, and the tier 8 version I was pretty good in. Well, I mean, it's artillery, right, so it's hit or miss. But I had a reasonable win rate in it. I think I even had a star on the barrel. But I thought for the missions I'll take the opportunity when they were doing the 15% off tier 9 and 10 tanks over Christmas. I'd unlock this thing and I thought I'll go for it. I'll buy this thing. Because it's got to be better, right? It's another tier up, so doing the missions it's got to be... it's got to help with the difficult missions ahead. I have now played 9 games. I have an 11% win rate in it. I just don't understand it. And the games I've lost have been 60%ers, 70%ers, and games where I've played brilliantly well, we've been in 20%ers or 30%ers. It's cursed. That's the only thing I can say. It's quite the only logical thing is this self-propelled gun is cursed or haunted, or so I need something to exorcist it. So I'm going to do a video and hopefully that'll solve the whole problem. Right? It's got to, really. So before we go into a game, quick thing about this vehicle. I mean, you don't give a damn about anything because it's R2, right? So it's got no armour really to speak of, 60mm all round. It's trarty, it's moderately quick, 35 top speed, although I don't think I've got the top engine yet on it. No, I haven't. Top tracks and top engine still to go. It basically has the same guns as the SU-14-2, which is the tier 8 version, which actually for RT I quite enjoyed. You'll see a video I got on there of doing one of the RT missions with the SU-14-2, you know, and like all RT, particularly Russian stuff with big splash, it can be incredibly hit and miss. RT is just, well, I mean, you've got to be unhinged to play RT anyway. I think I only do it every so often just because I fancy doing something different, because it's just so hit or miss. But anyway, this thing has the same guns as the SU does. So it starts off with a 152, but you've already unlocked the 203mm because it's on the previous tank. The only real differences there of these two tanks is it has a slightly faster rate of fire, but you know, in RT terms that means very little. It also has a larger ammo capacity, which actually is quite crucial, because one of the problems with the SU was that if you survived a good long battle, chance you could quite often run out of shells. So this thing carries, well, I've got 26 HE, 5 AP and 9 special extra damage HE, so premium rounds. They have an increased blast circles at 8.49, that says, as opposed to the standard ones which have 6.07. So again, if you're doing missions where you have to hit multiple vehicles, using those premium shells is an option, but they are fearsomely expensive. 8,000 a shot. That's ridiculous. 8,000. The other shells are not much cheaper, but whatever. So anyway, this tank is cursed. It's the only way I can look at it. So let me show you how. And I know it's a tier 9 vehicle, right? It's and you're going to get in tier 10 games obviously, but you used to get in tier 10 games in the SU. And when you're in RT, it doesn't really matter, because one good hit and your kill will do a hell of a lot of damage on most tanks. Now, okay, we're on Abbey. I do not have the XVM that tells me what the overall win rate is at the beginning of the game. I have it on the results screen at the end. But looking at this, we look to have the better team. But my team don't know that they've got the cursed artillery on their team. I'm the only arty. They've got 2. Okay. Well, yes, yeah, I am the only arty. So no pressure then. Better actually hit something. Come on, baby, you can do it. So we're going to move over to the right flank and go into the sort of usual area. So you can see, you know, this is okay for speed. I mean, it's a big old beast. But 25 there. Yeah. Oh sugar! Look, all my teams got yellow the other way. Oh no, the M109 looks like he's coming to support the T10, so that's good. I can't really not go this way, I'm already committed. So, you see the load time is 36.7 seconds. The crew I've got on here, 100% crew, they're sort of almost about 3/4 of the way through their 3rd skill set. We do the little sneaky shot into the obvious place where TDs sit. Wait for his aim time to come in. Anybody hiding here? Oh, there was. And there always is. Relocation, relocation, as Kirsty would say. Oh, that's alright. I think I hit something there. Oh, and there's a foot. WZ. I need to get around a bit so I can't actually see them. Oh, there's a lot of tanks coming that way. See if I can support my heavies here. Better. Come on, Mr. AMX. Oh, actually hit something. Trouble is, I'm going to die. But any more shots? Make a run for it. I have to. I can't get a gun round on them. Make a pearl sugar. Now the Centurion's broken through the centre. Let's see if I can get some shots this way. The angles are just horrible. Oh, there was the O-knee. Was that what I hit? Let's see if we can score this boy. Come on, Mr. Centurion, stop there. Just stop for a minute. I've been spotted. Oh, great. Expect the RT to go. Oh, the RT's busy. Oh, sugar. Maybe time to glow down gloriously with a shotgun. How did I miss him? That's ridiculous. Okay, there you go, I'm about to die. Cursed Arty Inc. No way I'm going to outrun them. So, on the surface, we had a better team. But we're going to, looks like it could go either way, to be absolutely honest. No, we're going to lose this. We're going to lose this. Look at this. So what do you reckon the win rate was there? I reckon we had about a high 50% win chance on that one. So We won one! Yay! Yeah, I was right. High 58%. Oh, I thought they would have 50%. Okay. So we did. Oh, we got a blind shot on the Conway. That's what we hit. Oh, I bet he was cursing. 780 damage. Oh, and he was one of their best players as well. Oh, I bet he was not happy. Yeah, 51%er. So we finished low down the stack, but who cares? We won a game. Yay! Now up to 20% win rate. Good job. Good job. So is the curse lifted? Let's go and have another game. We're on a roll. We've won a game. That doesn't happen in this vehicle for me. 10 games, 20% win rate. Hey. Okay, good tier 10. Lots of tier 10s. Proper Afghan. Now there is only backchat artillery on their side, so again we're the only arty. Because that's inevitable, because my mission is... Oh no, it's not. I changed the mission over. I thought that the mission loaded, which was to kill enemy artillery that's hidden. So there's plenty of enemy heavy tanks to get 2,000 damage on. Excuse the printer deciding to have a little bit of an appy. Oh come on people, just move. Then you realise I'm really slow in my cursed artillery. Just noticed it's got a machine gun port at the back. Presumably that was when the crew needed to get out under fire. You could cover them. Okay, this is up here. So don't watch out that French auto-loading arty. It's a nightmare. So maybe we'll fire a speculative shot. I like the speculative shot, especially in this gun because it's got plenty of time to reload. Oof! No, it fell short. It's a shame. Move, move, move. Oh, there is a Jagdpanzer E100, there's a waffle, so my shots would have done some serious damage if it actually had landed on. Oh, we're 2 tanks down. Back to the curse. Right, enough blind shooting. See if we can actually get some targets to fire at. I can't really help those guys, they're all moving too quickly. What scouts are spotted? They haven't got many scouts, so... see if we can put some pressure on these boys. That's better. Redeploy. He should be dead before I get a chance to reload. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there's a WZ-111 over there. We'll have a go at him if we bring the gun to bear. Reloaded in a second. Aim time now. He's going to move. Don't move. A present for you. Stay there. Didn't hurt a bit. Oh, hit him. They look like they need some support over on that flank. He's pulling back like WZ. What's going forward again? Maybe we'll load a premium next shell after this one. See if we can get some extra splash. Because the thing is, he's on a slope, and the problem with firing arty at things on slopes is that they, the shell can often sort of dip down. Yep, sit there. Oof. Oh yes, sir. We can boogie. So I think we supported the team there. I can't. There's an object there. I can't see him. Chances of landing a shell on him when he's on the move are pretty slim unless he stops. Stay there, mister. This won't hurt a bit. The splash gave him some damage there. You see how wide that shell was? That's the thing about these premium shells. They when they miss, they still do a fair bit of damage. Come on, reload, reload, reload. I want that. Let's target him. Come on, oh, he's pulling back. Come on, reload. Leave the shots with it. Oh, yes, sir. That's a pretty good shot. So, doing these videos. We're doing something right. The E100 is not happy.
Microphone activated.
Because we are still losing. I'll get this other E100. Oh, just hit that other E. Oh my goodness. The curse is lifted. I've actually hit some tanks. This one's down here somewhere. Need someone to spot something.
Microphone muted.
Oh, there's a target. Trouble is, I'm all alone on this flight now. Just realised. I'm dead. I've been spotted, which means I am dead. Can I get a shot on that other? Don't know whether I hit him or not. There you go, curse of the teams. They all just walked over and left the tank. I was actually having a cracking game. I've done more than 3,000 damage. And my team just left me in the lurch. That E100 doesn't like arty, does it?
Microphone activated.
That
Microphone muted.
I just love it when people get really antsy in this game.
Microphone activated.
So anyway, there you go. You see the RT in action. It's cursed. Absolutely cursed. So this is the result screen for the cursed RT, and this is what I mean. I had a really good game there. Really good game, and we lost. And we lost, even though I was having a good game and I was hitting shots and doing a lot of damage to support my team. They all just wandered over to the left wing and left me isolated, where it was just a matter of time before somebody found me and took me down. We did some big old hits though. There's our friend the Pussy Queen, who seems fixated. He obviously has a thing about it. Poor love. You can get treatment for it, I'm sure. Doesn't look like we even hit him square on. 688 damage. Well, maybe we did. So that's one penetration. But it wasn't like we wrecked him. Just took out tracks. Well, now this guy, he would have a right to call me all kinds of names, because look at that. 1030 hit. That must have been that blind shot when that E100 just disappeared briefly and I launched a shell at him where he was. It must have penetrated him and done some serious damage. I mean, that's 1,000 damage from one shot. What do? We only knocked out a track, so no module damage, which is surprising. WZ we took out, did 1,400 damage. Sheesh. So this gun, when it hits, it can be absolutely devastating. So Mr. Bambino and his desire for whatever it was, and parts of women and that woman's anatomy, or maybe just like cats, I don't know, maybe it's a cat lover, maybe that's what it is. He got off lightly, only just shy of 700 damage, whereas this guy over 1,000, this guy over 1,000. So anyway, maybe he's just sort of stroking his cat or something. Where did we finish on the team? We finished second on XP, top on damage. That's what I mean, this frustration, you get used to it in RT, right? I mean, as I say, I'm not a really experienced RT player, but I do play it from time to time, mainly for a bit of light relief and missions and so forth, but the team never really support you in RT, and you know, on that game I was doing well. I could have helped them against those heavy tanks that they were dealing with, those Jagdpanzer E100s. And I was hitting, and it was a game where the RT was actually hitting something regularly, and but they all buggered off onto the other wing and left me alone. And RT alone, sitting on a wing on tier 10 matches, its own, you know, they only have to get within, I don't know, not very far to be able to spot you. And once you're spotted, you're dead. You saw that the moment I was spotted. I took one shot from the who hit me? Can't remember. Bat chat was it? And, well, no, I was finished off by the bat chat artillery, but whatever. So we fired 9 shots. We hit direct hits with 4 of them, which, as I say, is just unheard of. Splash damage with 6 shells. So a couple of the direct hits must have also done splash damage, and that's the beauty of this vehicle. You are. When I fired that blind shot right at the beginning, did I do? The splashes must have been on the Centurion and his cohorts there. Anyway, whatever. The beauty of this Russian artillery is when it hits, or even if it gets very close to hitting, it's got very big splash damage and a very big splash radius. So, and that's without using the premiums. If you use the premiums, it's even bigger. So you will get a lot of splash damage, and that's why people play the Russian RT. They're notoriously inaccurate, although I hit 4 out of 9, which is pretty good. but it's the splash that you will do. So I just shy of 4,000 damage. Obviously 2 hits and 2 I was dead. 38,000 credits, but resupply. You know, what's that? What did I say? That I found only one premium, and that was 8,000 credits. So take that. I would have made 8,800 profit if I hadn't fired that premium. Actually, no, I wouldn't, because the other shell was about 1,000 or so. So I would have made around about 6,000 credits if I hadn't fired that premium shell. As it was, I just broke even, and that's on a good game. So this RT is expensive to run. Just shy of 600 damage. Cursed, I tell you. This thing is cursed. Oh, let's try again. Incidentally, you may have noticed that I've changed clans. So I've joined Sir Havoc's World of Tanks University clans, and that's nothing to do with Brit 6, because they were a good bunch of guys on the whole. I just found that a lot of the people I used to play with I haven't seen for a long time, and there were a lot of new guys in who seemed to spend an awful lot of time with each other, and I thought, I've been with a clan for a long time, and I thought maybe it's time for a change. And I like what Havoc is doing in terms of helping people to get better at the game. So I applied and joined there, so we'll see. Early days, I only joined last night, so anyway, hasn't helped so far with my cursed arty, even with its nice emblem on the front. Let's pull back. It's proper Officer again, but it is this time an encounter. It's a tier 9 game. They have 3 tier 9s, we have 2. One of them is me, which I always think is somehow wrong that RT are the top tier tanks. So we put a blind shot in here. There's usually somebody waiting around here. Oh, aircraft just flew over. Let's have a shot. No idea whether we would have hit anything. We won't know until the very end. But we'll move. Secret of RT. Fire a move. Fire a move. So cursed artillery. Oh, there's a couple of tanks up here. Shall we? Oh, he's been spotted, so he knows he's going to have to pull back. It's a bit. What's a CDC? I could absolutely vaporise him if I can land somewhere near him. Who knows? Don't, on gut feel, that was nowhere near him. So let's see. Our boys on the hill are about to crest the hill, so I'm pre-aiming over here because there's probably going to be somebody up on the back of this hill. That usually is. I think that's the thing, the secret of playing RT, is you need to try and predict where enemy are going to be. There we go, there's one. G34. And if you play mediums and heavies and stuff, you know where they sit because you do it. Oh, that was, see the splash there? Got a couple of them there. We will trust that they deal with that AMX, and we will. So I think we've got serious. We hit 2 tanks there. Where's he gone? I want to make sure the hill gets taken. Because if we can, because nobody's poking the hill. can do this Super Persian. It's not a Super Persian. 54E1 is a heavy target. We need to help out against him. Come on, stop moving, stop moving. I know you want to. It's going to roll forward again now, isn't he? So I'm trying to predict where he's going to pop up, but I can't. You can't waste shots with Artie, because the chances are that it takes a long time to reload. That was a good hit. Good solid hit. So at the moment, yeah, see, we're losing again, but all those guys at the back of the hill again. There's a load of them. Come on, reload. That was a beauty. See, I didn't waste the shot because I hit that tiger, but the trouble is the reload on these things is so long. There's that Black Prince going to rumble forward. Is it just going to stay there? So let's try and see what we can do. That probably would have done some splash damage, but what's worrying me at the moment is that there is nothing guarding this road along here. So there's nothing to stop them just rolling forward and getting up at me. Oh, there's heavies. Oh, crikey. I need some support up here. Okay, reload. Aim time in. Tractor. So we'll get assistance there. He's used his repair kit. We're going to have to concentrate on this guy because he's hard for these guys to deal with. Come on, reload. Might go for a premium for the next shell, because if I can land a shell on both of these guys, then that Black Prince is going to die. Okay, we won't bother. Come on, reload. Reload. Curse of the Artie. Double curse of the Artie. That's how long it takes to load. Oh, stop moving, stop moving. He's trying to ram. I'm trying to support this IS, but he's not even looking. At least track him. At least track him. Oh, for God's sake. That's better. So you've just got to try and support your heavies. VK looks as useless as this. Oh, well, don't turn your turret side on, you idiot. Obviously I can't fire while he's that close, because I will kill my friend. And at the moment he doesn't seem able to kill my friend, and was that a risky shot? Oh, that was really risky. You ammo acting. Oh, now we're dead. We'll pull back. There's that VK still there. I really want to finish him off, because the T-54 is going to really struggle to hit him. Come on, side on, that's it. Yes. Oh, just tracked him. Just tracked him. Oh. You have to move, because they will come screaming. If I was one of those light tanks, I'd come out over the top, try and clean out the Artie. So we're going to have to move. Just want to survive as long as we possibly can. We've had a good game again, but it looks like we're going to lose it. Told you, this tank is cursed. It's the curse of the Artie. And I expect there's loads of people going, woohoo, good, we like cursed arty. And you know, they got a point to a degree. Arty is the spawn of the devil, after all. Are they really capping? Let's see if I can support this guy. Just tracking when I can hit him. Can't really hit him when he's moving this quickly. Unless I get very, very lucky. Oh, great. There we go. Dog coming. Cursed, I tell you. Absolutely cursed. So that's 2 games in a row. We've had really good games. Really good games. And our team folded. Oh, we got a mission. But maybe not so cursed. So that was the reason for having this flipping tank, is to do that. To do these missions easier. Finish top this time. Oh no, top on damage. 5th on XP. Well, it would be because we were the tier 9. Everyone else was lower tier. 10 shots fired. 2 hits. 9 splashes for our 2,500 damage. Assistance damage of 1,000 because we tracked something. Again, we used a premium round. Did we use a premium round? Actually, I don't think I did use a premium round, so we still lost nearly 3,000 credits. So not only is this tank cursed, but I lose money using it, and that was a half decent game. It wasn't, I wouldn't say that's a spectacular game, but it was a half decent game. So there you go, 3 games. Was that 1 win where we did very little, and I don't know, can't do that. Oh, I might do have to do that one. We did, yeah, 3 games. 2 we played really well and we lost. 1 we didn't play very well and we won. But that's because it's cursed. So if you know any good exorcists out there who can help me to uncurse this tank, please let me know. We've now played 12 games in it, and I've got a 17% win rate. In terms of damage and stuff, we're doing pretty well. What's that? I mean, not spectacular, but it's okay. 1,400 damage, is that right? Let me just double check on the vehicle chart. That way. So there we go. So we are 12 battles. We know, well, it's even worse than I thought. It's 16.67 win rate. We're survived in 8% of them. So we're dying every game pretty much. Average experience is only 450. Average damage is 1,400. So you know, that's not too bad. But you know, to be honest, that's like one or 2 hits in this tank. The most we've done is nearly 4,000. So that was that one earlier. So there you go. That's the cursed tank in my arsenal. Now, I'm sure lots of people are going, well, it's arty, what do you expect? But I have other tanks that I'm cursed that I just can't buy a win in, even though I like them. I quite enjoy playing them. This one, I don't know that I like it. It's just arty, right? Arty's arty. It's fun when you connect with something, but when you got somebody like that guy in the previous game who was getting rather hot under the collar, it's kind of fun just to bait them a bit. But Mr. Cat Fancier. But yeah, it's just cursed. Oh well. So send your suggestions on how to uncurse the tank. Preferably make them polite. If they are cat related, I'll send you to counselling. But in the meantime, this has been Gamerdom. Thanks for watching, and please do consider giving the video a like and subscribe to future content. And I'll see you again. And much like our cat fancier there on the previous one of those games there, don't take it too seriously. It is only a game. Have fun. In whatever vehicle you take out, just remember it's a game and nobody dies for real. But I know sometimes you can get very worked up about it. But anyway, see you again soon. Thanks for watching.